let's do an update. Oh boy, where are we? 6th, 7th, 8th, 10th of March, somewhere around there. It's a little messy in here right now. I just got lots of things done. Let's try to go through them. Now the subfloor is mostly all installed: tar paper, insulation board, OSB thermoply. I like it, looks good, do good. I've got Kills mold resistant primer on pretty much everything. Still gonna go back and do some more. Recold galvanized all of the galvanized roof racks. Just little things here and there. I got the cockpit area working. I redid the front clip. I did not like the way I had it glued up and schmooed up the first time, so I took this all back off, redid it. New sheet steel screws all through. Still got a little bit of work I need to do. This, I needed to overlap, and during the fitting I scraped off some of my paint, so now it's starting to rust a little. I'm gonna fix that. I got this area rebuilt. I'm still not done. I still want to spray some more of this rubberizer all in here. It's kind of a poor man's truck liner. Still got more to go. So the original piece that went in here, I rebuilt. It wasn't much. It held some of the heater for a heater hole, and it wasn't very a tight fit. And the way I rebuilt the new front clip, it needed less room in some areas and more in other. This was all hollow tubing, hollow square tubing, so I replaced it all with solid steel tubing. Hollow by I mean hollow back, like one side's empty. So I replaced it with full box tubing, and then the piece that I rebent to go in here is probably one of the more intricate ones I've built to date. Yeah, I'm about to try to shove that back in, and then I'll put some more of the rubberizer coat on it. Drilled it and bent it. Not bad for not having a bending vise. Or a press brake, as they're called. I'm happy with that. It turned out good. There's still little things where the grinding wheel could have been better, but I'm happy with that. Getting this area cleaned up. I still need to clean this up a little bit more. Ground filled, grinded, caulked, sealed. What will go over this is a nice trim of aluminum. Yeah, because aluminum doesn't rust. And I'll probably paint it something else later, but for now, some of the aluminum in our high temp drying method here. Still working on the front end a little bit, cleaning it up, trying to smooth out some of these little areas in here, getting it ready, making sure all the body lines are filled and smoothed. I have worked on the side. I wanted to try to see how it would go, filling in and doing all the body fill work. And despite my bad paint jobs right now, it's really smooth and good. I'm super happy with it. I mean, you can't tell. That's a body line that will get ground out a little bit more, but yeah, I'm I'm really happy with it from how it looks. I still got more to do. I got the big body lines to grind. Clean those up. I sealed more on the gas tank. These 3 sheet screws were needed to tighten and pull everything in here. The flap that you see going here overlaps on the exterior of the bus, with this rub rail being over it. That was a major problem because there was a leak occurring in the back there, which meant it was really hard to get to, which meant I had to do it from the back side. Otherwise I would have had to take this whole rub rail off, this whole section off, which is pretty long. Anyway, so I cleaned it. I cleaned and cleaned and cleaned. I pried between the 2 pieces of sheet steel. I blew in some rubberized sealer. That didn't fill it up enough. Then I blew in some heavy caulk and sealer, silicone sealer, and then I screwed it together, and I got a really good squeeze out on the back side. And I just did a water test with a gallon, or not a gallon of water, a liter of water, but poured just pretty much right in the gap where it's all getting. And yeah, we did good. Nothing. I'm testing what I want to do for a door seal. I think I want to do something rubber instead of foam, i.e. because of the diesel liquids. The door's coming along. I've still procrastinating on that. I got a few more bits to do to weld on it, and then it'll be ready to go in. That project is coming up this next week. Yeah, I got carpeting down. I still need to do more work on it to clean it, as I want it to lay smooth around here. I'm going to do some heat treatment to it to get it to lay down, i.e. along the sides and along the back. I have some more aluminum trim that's going to cover any of this. I also have carpeting that's going to go up and over the back, and the way it will go here, it will cover up and over and seal all of that gap in, which I'm sealing in with that nice big piece of metal out there too. So yeah, the way this bus was designed, the water reservoir for the windshield wipers sits on the back side of a little panel right here, which means you have access to it from opening the front. But on this side, it's all mechanical. The side plus of doing the driver area was that I was able to attack and recarpet all of the electrical area, which I got it looking good. I have a nice piece of trim sitting down, sealing it all. I've got some more foam work I want to seal up, and a little bit more of the rubberizer again in here. Doing good. I want to keep it nice and sealed, try to get rid of any more extra corrosion we got going on. It's not as bad as it looks. Underneath. Oh, let's get dirty. I've been trying to seal any of the areas. This whole little driver cockpit module was like separated from all the flooring, so I had to come up with my own ways. Underneath the carpet over there, the tar paper sneaks down, and then it's all filled with expanding foam. There was a big gap underneath there, all cleaned out, and then the rubberizer was shot right onto the expanding foam. Made sure you get all the seals, all angles, and at that point, it's filled and sealed. Shoot a garden hose up there all I want. Nothing's getting through. Yeah, it means I got a little bit more sealing on the front area here. That's a piece of 14 gauge sheet steel covering up a hole. You can see the square tubing or rectangular tubing that I replaced versus the hollow back tubing, which is not good. So I replaced this all with nice square tubing. I need to get in here on the back side and paint the back. Yeah. Oh, such a big project. So many parts. Oh, I'm thankful to have this nice workspace here. It's taken all of this plus. Let's finish this out with the seals on the top. Running metal all the way to the top wasn't really an option the way it sat. There were gaps at every one of the stations where the frame rails go up and over, so what we did was we actually hammered in some fat flashing, and then I came in here with a high grade sealer. Still need to go back in and finish this edge out a little bit more, and caulked and sealed from both sides, inside and out. Which dramatically changed the temperature in here. It is quite warmer when you walk in already. Which is nice because the last 6 months has just been like a submarine. Big metal tube. Yeah, more foam filled work, fill up a few more little areas, just getting ready for the big foam. Pay attention to all the small stuff so I don't miss it. Everybody says they're drafty, so I'm really trying to make sure I seal all of that. Everyone says they're squeaky, so I'm making sure I glue all of that. This is the area that I built for the gas tank cover. It fills in, fits in, and then there's a gap for where it cuts. And yeah, like I said, I still think I want to do rubber on the outside. I'm about to seal this up today. I'm going to let that piece dry a little bit more, and then I'm going to install it, and then it's lunch. So yeah. Opa.